So let's talk about something I'm seeing floating around by the right wingers here on TikTok. And that's on Vice President Kamala Harris's plan to start taxing unrealized capital gains. Now, what are capital gains? Well, capital gains is when you have an investment or real estate or something and it goes up in value. And now, what is an unrealized capital gain? Well, an unrealized capital gain is you buy something for a price, it goes up in value, but you haven't sold it. You haven't actually made the profit yet. It's just worth more, but you're holding on to it. So if you buy a stock for $1, it goes up to $2. You have unrealized gains of $1. You haven't sold it yet, so until you sell it, it's all imaginary. But you can say, well, it's worth this. I could sell it today for that. That's what unrealized capital gains are. Now, Vice President Harris wants to start taxing those. However, it's for families making more than $5 million or taxpayers making more than $5 million. Now, what the Republicans want to say is, well, they're doing it to everybody. It's going to be everybody. No, it's only for those above that $5 million mark. Most middle class and poorer families either don't have anything that would be capital gains or do not make over the $5 million. They're being very disingenuous about this. But this is the problem you always run into whenever you talk about raising taxes. It doesn't matter what tax bracket you talk about. The minute you start talking about raising taxes, people freak out thinking you're raising everybody's taxes. This would be a way to start cashing in on and getting the government some extra money in tax revenue on people who have a lot of stock options. There's a lot of people who have a lot of money invested in the stock market and they are rather wealthy, and if they have these unrealized capital gains and they have to start paying some taxes on it, that works. You know, the other thing is what a lot of these people will do is they will throw it in the stock market, they'll make it worth a bunch of money and never cash it out or wait till it splits or something so they can say, well, I actually took a loss, and then take it as a tax deduction. And that's a very complicated tax policy as far as how all of that works. But rich people try to use the stock market as a way to increase their wealth while also ducking taxes, and that's what they're trying to close. Because this policy would go after people making more than $5 million, most middle class and under families would not count. So you would not see a tax increase. But Republicans want you to believe it is, because they do believe that. A lot of Republican voters believe, because she said, well, we're going to do it, that it's going to apply to everybody, even though her policy specifically says those making over $5 million.